So this is the 2016 Redline Flight frame. This is a mini. This is a 17.5-inch top tube frame. I was gonna get a complete bike, but I was looking at the weights and the prices. It's like $500-600 for bicycles that weighed about 15.5 pounds, not including pedals. And I wasn't very impressed with that. I thought that was kind of a bad deal. And I was gonna take a lot of parts off that bike and replace it with lighter parts anyways, and then I start adding it up and it's like gonna be like $1,000. So I started building. I got this frame on sale for $199 at J&R Bicycles or Dan's Comp, one of the two, but most of the parts I get is from J&R Bicycles. I'm gonna tell you the full rundown of what happened with this bike, man. Like basically I wanted to get my kid in BMX racing. She already had a 16-inch wheel bike, and then she was showing a lot of interest and BMX, so I wanted to step it up for her and show her, you know, what it's like to really have a high quality bike, man. So I built her this custom Redline. I started, like I said, about 10 months ago. Get out of the way, Jordan. So I started with the 2016 Flight frame just because it's on sale, and it was the right size. It's a mini 17.5-inch frame. I went with the Little Dude Components stem right there. Little Dude Components make some really nice stems. There's a Kruppy headset right there. I was looking at carbon fiber forks, and the weights are almost exactly the same as far as aluminum. With Reach, Yes makes these Reach forks. This is made by Yes company, and it's Yes BMX, I guess, and they're in Canada. So these forks are super light, and the crank arms, like I actually originally went with bombshell crank arms. But because of the frame, like, was so wide up here, the cranks were hitting. So I had to get the original cranks that would have fit the bike if it was a complete bike. So I had to go with the Redline cranks, which weighed a little bit more than I wanted, but sometimes you got to take sacrifices. So that's what's up with that. I got Renin gearing. I got a 38 tooth by the 16 tooth. These aren't the original wheels I had on the bike. I just upgraded these wheels to bombshell, and they're super lightweight. I think they weigh like 2.5 pounds for like a pair, less than 3 pounds. I got Tektro brakes. I had a bike shop actually hook these brakes up because I had them build a whole bike, man, because I don't have a lot of these tools. And I didn't want them to do the brakes, but they insisted on it, and they did a pretty shitty job at it, but they did a good job building the bike. I recently just readjusted the brakes, so now they're tight and they're pulling equally on both sides. I recently also upgraded the pedals. These are the new Avion pedals, race pedals. I don't think kids should be riding on clipless. I don't believe in it. I think it's dangerous for kids to ride on clipless. So these are some really nice studded pedals from Avion. They cost about $109, and they're super lightweight. They got triple sealed bearings. I really like these pedals. Gives the kid a lot more grip. Originally I just had some bullshit pedals on here, but I could tell her feet were slipping off a lot. She didn't have a lot of confidence on the bike, so I had to get the best for her. Also, I recently upgraded the seat post clamp to an adjustable seat post clamp. This is not the original clamp that Redline gave me. That's kind of cool. Redline actually sends you a seat clamp, but it's not adjustable. I had them cut down the forks at the shop because the forks are like sitting like way up here somewhere, like 5 or 6 inches above the stem. It was ridiculous how high those. And I actually told them to cut it down. I told them to cut it all the way down. I wanted it slammed all the way down, but they didn't do it. I'm actually glad they didn't do it, because when I get her next bike, her next bike's going to be a junior. It's going to be 18.5-inch top tube. It's going to be 1 inch longer than this top tube. And I'm actually thinking that I'm going to need that extra space for the fork. So I'm not mad. They still slammed the stem, but they just left a little bit of weight. But I think it's, like I said, I think it's good. I also got box components, handlebars. I got answer seat and tube combined. I mean, it's like glued together or something. The whole bike is aluminum. The chain is titanium, and it's hollow point, hollow link, and I got it off of Bombshell's website. Bombshell sells some really lightweight chains, but like I said, the gearing is Renin. And Renin, Bombshell sells some nice wheels, but when they give you these wheels, what they don't tell you is they send you a 1 1/8 cog, and that doesn't fit with the 1 3/8 chain that I had. So I had to order another cog for this wheel. This is actually a pain in my ass, man. I had to get online to J&R Bicycles and find one. And they were out of stock with a lot of these things. So I actually went with the Renin. It's kind of like there's like cutouts and stuff. If you could kind of see, I don't know if you could see it, but This cog doesn't weigh nothing, but it costed me like 45 bucks with shipping. So that's a really sick cog from Renin, and this front gear is from Renin as well. And it's just really lightweight. Renin makes probably the best gears in the business. Bombshell makes the best bikes in the business. If you're trying to get a complete bike and you don't want to build one, I would recommend getting a complete from Bombshell for about $1,000. You can get a bike that weighs about 10 pounds. This bike weighs, I weighed it a couple times, but now it weighs 13 pounds 1 ounce with these new wheels on it. But she likes the hell out of it, man. She rides it pretty hard. She doesn't race yet. She's been in clinics for the last 6 months. The clinics are stopping, so now I gotta to actually take her to actual practices with his actual pros flying past her and stuff. My daughter did pick out this gold lever. You know, like, I'm not trying to mismatch this bike, you know what I'm saying? But I try to ask her and get feedback from her, like what she wants and what she likes. I had to cut these grips down because these grips are like pro grips. I don't know why they don't make mini grips for kids, but I guess flanges are kind of not stylish anymore. But she wanted the gold brake lever. I think she wanted that because my other bike has some gold stuff on it. But and then we got the we got the box cable. But yeah, this bike cost me about $1,400. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, if you want to build custom bikes, just be prepared to spend some money, man, because it's really not cheap to do it. But the good news is when I get her another bike, when I get her the junior frame, I can put a lot of these parts on the on her junior frame, on her next bike. So I'm gonna kind of cannibalize this bike probably to make her next bike. And if you want to know what's up, man, I build custom bikes for myself as well, because I used to be a pro racer. I'm only intermediate at this point, but I'm 38 years old. But I built this Chase. This is a 2.0. I built this a few years ago. I was just kind of bored and I wanted something really hot. And this is the hottest thing I could come up with, man. But I'm not going to do a bike check on this right now. But this bike cost me about $3,000. This bike was a real commitment to build that. So I'm out there on the track with my kid, and we're out there just trying to represent and trying to. It's not all about having like the lightest bike. Like, you still have a lot of fun on bikes. Like, if you just have medium or regular skills or amateur skills, but having a really light bike really does change the game. It just makes the sport more fun, I think. But you know, some people can't afford this type of shit, but if you can afford it, man, like, just get the best bike you can for your kid. That's what I'd say. All right, take care, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video if you're a bike lover. Peace.